Hi guys. I know that it's been a long time since I posted a video. Well, there's been a lot going on with life and I couldn't be happier. Um, I've been just kind of figuring out myself and, well, I quit my job. So, yeah, I'm a stay-at-home mom. So, initially I was kind of battling whether I was deciding to leave my job or not. It's really hard for me to give up responsibility when I have been a sole provider for my family for such a long time. But since Tyler and myself have been together for over 2 years, and we have our son together, I just decided to take a leap of faith and just trust that things are happening for a reason. And one of those little reasons is that when I was working, I was a manager of a multi-million-dollar company. Um, uh, it was such a great company, and I loved the company that I worked for at the beginning when I started working for them. Come 4 years later, the company went in and out of what do you want to like? Not necessarily CEOs, but marketing management and regional management, district managers, and stuff like that. And they kept changing districts and stuff like that, which made it really difficult for somebody that had been in the industry for so long. So I decided after my maternity leave that I would not return to my job, and I didn't. I actually ended up taking another job working in childcare so that way I could be close to my son after I had him. And it was the best decision. I mean, I did the same thing right after I had my daughter. And I mean, who doesn't want to have a kid and then be able to go to work, make a little bit of money, and still have time to be like around your kids? So my breaks and my lunches were spent with my children. And at the time, I was breastfeeding my son. So it was a great way for me to be able to continue that longevity of breastfeeding and making sure that I was spending the optimum most time with my children. So, no regrets to that. And this year, we decided that we were actually going to put my oldest daughter into school here by the house. And so, by us doing that, it meant that I would basically need to take her to and from school every day, which wasn't a big deal. Like, Tyler can support us and take care of us, and he didn't want me to go back to work anyways after we had our son. But it was a personal decision because I'm not one that I never felt like I could be a stay-at-home mom. Like, who can just be a stay-at-home mom? It's so hard. But I suddenly, after the 3 months of my maternity leave, it was tough. And then I went back to work and just work and home life and taking care of our children and stuff. I was just like, man, I got to do something else. Like this just isn't. I was doing what I was doing to pretty much just be with our kids. And that's fine, but it wasn't what I wanted to be doing. And so Tyler was on board, and so we decided that, again, even though he didn't want me to work, that I would now quit my other job working in childcare so that way I could take my daughter to and from school every day and I could stay at home with our youngest son. And it's been the best decision, I must say, because coming from somebody who was a single mother, worked her ass off, bought a house at 25, and like just did everything for her children to make sure that her life was well taken care of and that her children were well taken care of. It was really hard to go and just let go of those things, like the the control aspect of everything, because when you ran a business and you were a sole provider and you work so hard to have all these things. You own your vehicle, you own your home, you have all this stuff. It's like I don't I don't want to give up on everything that I've worked so hard for. And it but to an extent, it came so stressful. It was so stressful for me to be a provider, have another child, and need to like feel the need to make sure that everybody else was around me was taken care of, that when finally he or we decided that I was staying home, and now I'm about a little over 2 months, not even, just under 2 months of me staying at home, I'm like actually finally feeling okay about the situation. Like going from being the breadwinner and just being the provider to having to rely on somebody else can be really hard. But now I'm starting to realize that, like, for me, I was becoming very stressed out and scared and worried about, like, my mental state of if I was going to be okay. Like, when I got home, like, am I going to be happy when I get home? Or am I going to, like, get home and just want to go into the bathroom and sob because my house is a mess and I've worked, 50 hours that week, and I just want to go to bed and I can't because I have children to take care of. And like, I did those things in private and nobody knew those struggles. And now being able to just stay home and think about what I want to really do, it's really nice because now I'm just like, I feel like I can calm down, I can slow down, and I can think about what I need to do and how I need to do it. And then I'm like looking at a dish full of, or a sink full of dishes, and I'm just like, it needs to get done. But you know what? I have this week to do those things, and I can do those things. So when my son decides to crawl into my lap and he wants to cuddle me, and like he did just last week, crawled into my arms and he cuddled me for, I want to say, almost an hour. And I didn't have to move. I did not. And it was so just like, Tyler called me and he's just all like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "I'm cuddling our son." Like, I, I could sit there and enjoy those little moments, and nothing can compare to those. And I never really understood it because I was always go, 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 go. And you got to have this or you got to have that. You got to build a home. You got to make a home. You got to make sure that your children are taken care of. And I did that. And now I have done that. And now I'm allowing and trusting in somebody else to take care of us. And it can be so hard. But, I couldn't be happier with the decision that we've made. And it's still scary to me, and I'm still thinking, obviously, every single day of alternative as to what I can do to bring in money and to make myself feel not so useless, even though I'm not useless, because I do laundry, I do dishes, and I clean our house, and I take care of our children, and I make sure they're going to and from school. Like, I'm making sure that our household runs. And like, it's just a crazy feeling that to go from being head honcho to just relying on somebody, and it's so scary. And to all of you moms that were that person that took care of the family, or that were the breadwinners and that made sure everything was getting done, and then who are now afraid of losing that authority, don't lose the authority. Take your time and spend it with your children, especially if you're able to. Like, I'm so blessed and so thankful for Tyler for allowing me to be able to do what I am doing now. And as scary as it is, and was. It's, you know, because it's not really so much as is. It was. You know, I'm so grateful and I'm thankful, and I couldn't be any happier. And it's just, it's a beautiful thing, and it's just something that I had to film because I was sitting here folding laundry, and it's Saturday night, and I technically have all week to do the laundry, but I'm a mom, and now I am a stay-at-home mom, so my responsibilities don't end, and I'm just so grateful, and it's really crazy that I didn't think that I could change that mindset of letting go of that seniority, essentially, and just allowing and relying on somebody else. And it's really scary, and it's still scary, but tonight I really felt that appreciation, that gratitude, and the understanding of just taking what was given to you and accepting it and appreciating it. And man, I love it. All right, you guys, love you. Have a wonderful night. Goodbye. Dakota, are you being a show off?
You laugh every time I laugh.
What's that? Oh, that big old donut. Donut fret about it.
Woof.
Theo.
I can speak to dogs. Woof. Woof, 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 woof.
How old are you? How old are you? You say, I'm 1. How old are you? How old are you? You say, I'm 1. You got the best dance moves. Whoa. Whoa. Oh. Whoa. Hey, Dakota. High five. Thank you. What kind of homework do you get?
Fun homework.
You get fun
Stop
homework.
it.
Who sends you with fun homework?
I forgot her name.
Your teacher?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot her name.
But so you like your homework?
Yeah,
You do?
I like it.
You do like it? It's fun. Okay. That is beautiful. I love that. I love that you love your homework. So how are we going to tell her? Are you going to tell her tomorrow?
Sure.
You're going to tell her tomorrow?
Sure.
All right, you better.